Alright guys, it's me Dave back from Lakota with another review for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing the FastSnail CooV N100. This is for the Nintendo Switch and will allow you to use any wired controller, a PS3, PS4, Xbox 360 or Xbox One. And if I had like an arcade pad that went plugged in USB, that could possibly work as well. I don't have one to test, but for the months later review I'll mess around with that. But I was going to do the unboxing for you right here and have the Switch ready to go, but for some reason it wasn't working until I put it in the dock. Now, this is a $17 converter, and for $17 you get the converter, which is decent quality. I mean, it's got a USB on the front, female on the back to plug in the controller, and you get, and this is metal. This isn't like plastic or anything or cheap. This is nice metal. You also get this USB-C to female USB with it, and I think this is what the issue. I think this is the thing that's bad. When I get a hold of another one, I will test that out. But this is what you would plug into the bottom of the Switch, and then plug the converter into this, and then the controller into the back of that, so that you play it while it's not in docked mode, while it's in like tablet mode. But for $17, I have tons of controllers laying around to be able to use another controller on the Switch. That was very enticing to me. So pick this up. I'm going to go over to where the Switch is now and plug it into the dock so you can see that it actually does work. I haven't done anything to this. You can plug this into your computer to update firmware if that becomes necessary in the future. The site is in another language, and Google Translate does its best, but it's not the easiest thing to figure out. If a firmware update is required, I'll make a video on that. But right now, this works out of the box. It is October 7th, 2017, and this works out of the box for me. So, let me go plug this into the Switch, and I'll show you that my PS4 controller works fine. Right, so, like I said, this isn't the easiest thing in the world because I want to be able to do this in tablet mode, but for whatever reason, that one cord wasn't working. So here's my Switch. I'm missing a Joy-Con here because the left Joy-Con started to desync. I had to send it back, which is why I wanted to get something like this, so that I could still play Stardew Valley, which just came out. We're going to plug this in. Sorry for shakiness. Now, I've got the cord, which is plugged into PS4 controller, fully charged. I don't know if it pulls a charge off of this. I guess it possibly could. But this plugs into the back here. And then you'll see my PS4 controller. I didn't have to press anything. It just starts, it blinked a yellow light. I have my PS4 unplugged just so that it doesn't interfere with that. But then up here, we've got the Switch. And once I hit, see if I can get both these in, you can see down in the bottom corner, it registered that a controller is there. And now I can control, and I can go anywhere. This, let's go into the, oh, okay. So I'm pushing it like it's the PS4 with the X being the thing, but it's Nintendo. So that's the back. And you can see that this doesn't really have, let's go into controllers and see what that shows. So we'll see what the input lag is. Basically instant, so that's nice. I'm going to use this for Mario Kart, Stardew Valley, anything in the future, because that's whatever. And the fact that I have to have this wired in is not a big deal to me, because the only time I'm really going to use this extra controller is when it's in tablet or when it's in dock mode. So having a wired controller, I'm going to be sitting in front of this TV anyway, not that big of a deal. And you can see down there in the corner, if it'll focus on TV, recording a screen is not the easiest thing in the world. You can see that it shows that there's a missing Joy-Con and a Pro controller hooked up. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do a months later review, see how this fares for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I'll do another review for you. But for right now, for 17 bucks and being able to use this controller while I'm waiting for my Joy-Con to come back, totally worth it. So let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comment section. Like I said, in the months later review, I'll go over getting this to work in tablet mode. I'm going to get another USB-C to USB cord and see if that was what the problem was. But just plugging into the dock seems to work fine. So totally worth 17 bucks if you have extra controllers laying around. And like I said, this will work with PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360 controllers, it says. Now, with the Xbox 360 controller, you need to have that like plug-and-play kit that nobody has anymore. So if I can find one of those, I'll test that out too. But in the following review, I'll test all 4 of the controllers that it says it can use. And like I said, I've seen people use the arcade pads, as long as they're like arcade pads made for computers that plug in USB. So I'll check that out. Hopefully this was helpful to you. I'll put a link in the description to this converter. And like always, guys, good luck and have fun.